Senator Deltans,
Yeah.
From Sapele local government. It's very sad that we've lost it completely with the non-performance record from him. We picked this young man, Senator Deltans. You come and be the senator. He didn't have the what do I call it, the structure to win an election.
Yeah.
He didn't have it. But Omene had the structure, and he readily surrendered the structure to deliver him. There is this Salubi oil and gas plant, which Omene succeeded in bringing to us, even to the extent of appropriating over 80 billion on that project. But that was the dying minute when he was leaving, but it has been approved. Money is appropriated. So all he needed to do, all our senators needed to do, was to make sure that these funds were being raised from time to time to get this project going. But you know what happened? They were to remove that project because they felt Omene is no longer there to put pressure on them. They wanted to take it to Escravos.
Wow.
By the then chairman of the local contents committee. After putting pressure on this senator, Senator Deltans, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't secure it. Omene had to go to His Excellency, the former governor, James Onanebori, and his daughter, because the daughter is in the House of Rep, who now sat on that something in the House of Rep to make sure that proposal of removing it didn't work. So the father now came into the picture, and that was how we now got that thing retained today. Out of the failure of the senator, current senator, we will have lost that thing completely. We have a policy, a tacit understanding that when we have the opportunity to have both the governor and the senator at the same time, Robo is shared into two parts, the Eastern Robo and the Western Robo.
Okay.
On the basis of that, when Governor, His Excellency, the Governor, Felix Ibru, who was the first governor of the Delta State, then from Robo, they moved the Senate seat to Okpe, which is in Western Robo.
Okay.
Because the governor is from Eastern Robo. Then he's late now, in blessed memory.
Yes.
Then the opportunity came again under His Excellency James Ibori.
Yeah.
All right, twice. He came twice because his tenure was twice.
Yes.
In his first tenure, or let me just say both tenures, while he was holding forth for Western Robo, all right, as governor, the Senate seat went to Eastern Robo. So there's no way Robo people will accept the governorship and the senator's position to be or come from one kingdom, which is equally coming from one part of the Robo called Western region.
As the APC primaries draw near, with screening of aspirants scheduled from May the 6th to 9th and primaries proper to hold from the 15th of May throughout to the 23rd for House of Representatives, Senate, governorship, and presidency, the political climate within the ruling party seems to be heating up. Now, with notable names already indicating their interest to be part of the process, a call for credible and sincere representation at all levels is key in sustaining the fortunes of the APC. Now, coming to Delta State, where the ruling party is in the helms of affairs, a superb representation, especially at the federal legislature, is key if the people want to be represented well, because in such representation, the things that the state should benefit from the central will be given and gotten by them only through proper representation, especially in the red chamber. So on this edition of Dialogue, we shall be critically looking at the need for proper representation at the Senate for Deltans to enjoy the dividends of democracy. And that is superb representation at the federal level for Deltans. And that's what we're having as a major discourse today on Dialogue. And anytime we're talking, or rather we're having such awesome discussion, we always tend to have a resource person that is grounded and indeed have the know-wither to help us really discuss about the topic. And today, joining us all the way from Asaba is no other person but an APC chieftain. And we're talking about no other person but Chief Wilson Omene. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, let me thank you for the opportunity to speak to our people this morning.
Yes, sir.
Well, it is very, very crucial. What you're saying, the topic for today is very crucial to the lives. Let me take, for example, the senatorial seats,
yes,
House of Reps seats,
yes,
and even the House of Assembly. But I'll take it out with the House of, the Senate.
Yes.
You see, and let me give example of that of Delta Central. You see, it's very key to the people of Robo extraction. We are very, very concerned with who represents us and how we can get the very best of such representation from that person that represents us.
Yes.
You see, in the last 3 years, we've been represented by Chief, that's Senator Daphne, from Sapele local government. It's very sad that we've lost it completely with a non-performance record from him. I'll tell you why I said so. You see, when you are representing the people, there are things that matters a lot to these people that are critical to these people. And when you can't do anything about it, then obviously we have no reason to clamor for such persons to come back. And what are these things? You and I know that there's been very strong agitations for creation of new states all over the country.
Yeah.
And when you look at the peculiarity of the Robo people as it relates to creating states, you see that they have been changed over the years by the military, who normally will create their states by fiat.
Okay.
But now that we're under democratic dispensation, where the rule of law ought to take place, and that rule of law means there are criteria set in the Constitution on how to create a state. So we, as a people, we ought to pursue those criteria to a logical conclusion. But sadly, the senator that we have that has been representing us in the last 3 years did not deem it fit or important to him for his people to have a state created, when he knows that the Robo people are the fourth largest. Those some say fifth, that's not correct. We are the fourth largest tribe in the entire country. And we come from a region they call Midwest region of those days, which has been fragmented into states. Now the Western region has a lot of states, minimum 6. The Eastern region, though they've separated it now by removing Akwa Ibom otherwise there are 9 states from the Eastern region created. And in the Northern region, they have created 19 states. And while Midwest region, just 2, those states and Delta State. So it's an aberration. It's an oppression. There's no equity or justice in that act. But there's very little we can do about it because this was being done by military fiat. Yeah. But now, You as a senator, for example, you ought to be open to ensuring that you represent these people and by moving so fast on the
Chief
issue
Wilson
of
Omene,
state
hello sir, can you
creation
hear me?
for the fourth largest tribe in the country.
Chief Wilson
And apart
Omene,
from that, we produce the highest quota of oil and gas that sustain the economy of Delta State today, as I speak. You know, as an ethnic tribe, we produce the highest. But yet, somebody will still feel that, oh, we don't need a state to be created for us. We have the largest population of over 60% of the entire state.
Okay, now, Chief Wilson Omene, I will plead with you to hold on. Let's really understand a need for saying this. Now, was there a push from the Urhobo ethnic nationality for a state to be created that will represent them? And was that push taken to the senator representing Delta Central?
Thank you very much for that question.
Yes.
Gladly, the man speaking to you now, Dr. Wilson Omene, yes. I have to repeat my name so that others out there listening will know, you know, that I still remain the director, media and publicity of the creation of a state for the Urhobo People Committee.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So the person talking to you is knowledgeable from the very beginning till this point in time, all that has transpired in terms of requesting for Urhobo State. We personally visited this young man, that is our senator, you know, many times to impress on him the need for a state to be created for Urhobo. You know what he did? He decided to go and sign off for the creation of Anioma State. That's where his loyalty is, you know. And if you have signed up for the Anioma State, I will put pressure on you to please help us come up with a bill for the floor of the Senate. Yeah. And you are signing for your colleague, you know, who is now fighting for his people to have Anioma State. You now go and hobnob with him, show your loyalty to a colleague, and sign up for him. Your signature is there in their request for a new state. And you refuse to come up with a bill for your own people that put you there. That is a crime that is an unforgivable sin. That's the truth about it. It's unforgivable. So your question, whether we went to him or if he was aware, of course, we brought it to his attention from the very beginning.
Okay, thank you for giving us, Chief Wilson Omene, thank you for stating that. Now, let's look at the dynamics as it concerns where the representation, either at the House of Rep or even at the Red Chambers, should be. Many people are saying, as it stands now, the governor is also a part of the Delta Central. And funny enough, we're having a senator there and also the governor there. And many people are already saying that they feel it is not a right calculation. What is your response to that?
Right calculation. Let me tell you, the governor, as it stands today,
yes,
is automatically the leader of the party.
That we know.
That we have no option but to acknowledge that.
Yes.
He is the leader of the party.
Yes.
And I strongly believe that is not naive in terms of what to do when it comes to who should represent who or which region in Delta. And in particular, where he comes from, he should be more concerned about it. Okay. One is from the Okwe Kingdom of Urhobo land. Out of 22 kingdoms, he comes from Okwe Kingdom, you know. And we have a policy, you know, a tacit understanding. Please mark my word, tacit understanding, like a zoning thing. But tacit is not written. Yes. I must confess that when we have the opportunity to have both the governor and the senator at the same time, Robo is shared into two parts, the Eastern Robo and the Western Robo.
Okay.
Anytime, otherwise, I am competent to come out from Ethiopia Federal Constituency to say, I want to run, because we have not gotten it before.
Yes.
But I won't do that if I have the love of Robo, if I have the unity of Robo at heart, that I am, me as you that is speaking to, I'm a patriot of Robo, to the letter. Okay. So I cannot use my selfish interest and disrupt what will bring unity and peace to Robo. So on the basis of that, when Governor, His Excellency, the Governor, Felix Ibru, who was the first governor of the Delta states, yes. from Robo, yes. They moved the Senate seat to Okbe, okay. which is in Western Robo.
Okay. Because
the governor is from Eastern Robo. Okay. Then he's late now, in blessed memory.
Yes.
Then the opportunity came again under His Excellency James Ibori.
Yeah.
All right, twice. He came twice because his tenure was twice.
Yes.
In his first tenure, or let me just say both tenures, while he was holding forth for Western Robo, all right,
yes.
as governor, the Senate seat went to Eastern Robo. Okay. Whether we liked it or not, people were interested from Western Robo. They told them, no, you can't. We must follow this for interest of peace and inclusivity.
Okay.
All right. So I knew were these two people, Brume from Eastern Robo and Felix Ibru again came back as senator from the same Eastern Robo. Why we have what we have today, that governor and senate, from the same kingdom, it was because of our calculation which did not work. And what was that? We felt Omagege, who is from His Excellency Omagege, who is from Eastern Robo, was definitely going to clinch the governorship seat.
Okay.
And by that arrangement in APC party, for equity and inclusion, we now told those who had interest in the Senate at that time to step down. I was one of those that got involved in that. You cannot have the governorship and have the Senate.
Of course.
It's okay, what do we do? They must step down. So we spoke to, though I wasn't part of those who spoke to Otega, but I was part of those who talked to my very dear friend. They are both my friends. Talked to Omene, Chief Omene, to step down. And he did, because he understood it. Otega to step down, because he understood it. That they cannot have the governor from Eastern Robo and Senate from Eastern Robo. So on the basis of that, we went shopping for someone from Western Robo. I was involved, not that they told me. We went shopping for someone that we feel will be competent to do the job. And of course, we went round and we picked this young man, Senator Dafnune. You come and be the senator. He didn't have the what do I call it, the structure to win an election.
Yeah.
He didn't have it. But Oviomage had the structure, and he readily surrendered the structure to deliver him. I worked hard. I'm sure you are aware that my house, my estate, no house, was burnt down in that election.
Yes.
All right. So in March 2023,
during the election,
cars were burnt. Part of the estate were looted when they couldn't get access to some other place. They looted those that they had access to. So I have been involved. And why did that? What was my crime? Because I was an APC man, nothing else. I would deliver him to be a senator. But unfortunately, he's a non-performer. Unfortunately. There are so many things that I can tell you that made me make that conclusion or come to that conclusion. That's a non-performer. Let me tell you one very vivid one that's so painful, apart from state creation that he couldn't be bothered about. There is this Ku Salubi oil and gas plant, which Ovie Omar Gege succeeded in bringing to us. even to the extent of appropriating over 80 billion on that project. But that was the dying minute when he was leaving, but it has been approved. Money is appropriated. So all he needed to do, all our senators needed to do, was to make sure that these funds were being raised from time to time to get this project going. But you know what happened? They were to remove that project because they felt Obioma again is no longer there to put pressure on them. They wanted to take it to Escravos.
Wow.
You know, by the then chairman of the local contents committee, who happens to be the wife of one of the Jekiri big people. So they wanted it they wanted to change the whole course of that project. Until luckily, after putting pressure on this senator, Senator, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't secure it. Obioma had to go to His Excellency, the former governor, James Nonanebori, and his daughter, because the daughter is in the House of Rep, yes, who now sat on that something in the House of Rep to make sure that the proposal of removing it didn't work. So the father now came into the picture, and that was how we now got that thing retained today. Out of the failure of the senator, current senator, we will have lost that thing completely. So, and again, like I said earlier, in terms of the division in the Robo Kingdom, yes, we have Eastern Robo and Western Robo. Yes. So the first election that came was that of the president and the National Assembly. And we won that election, showing our strength. Then, but when the governorship came later on, we lost it. So when we lost it to the same Okbe, they became senators and governors that they still retain today. Yes. Out of an aberration. It is an aberration to have that to happen. But now that we are all one, we have the opportunity now to correct it. Are you with me?
Yes, very well.
Fine. Now that we have the opportunity to correct that anomaly, you know, so there's no way Urobo people will accept the governorship and the senator's position to be or come from one kingdom, which is equally coming from one part of the Urobo called Western region. Okay. What happens to the Eastern region? Okay. What happens to those people that they deprived from pursuing their ambition? Okay. To go to the Senate in 2023. Okay. What happens? I'm happy you gave us again.
Well, I'll play with you to hold on. I'm happy you gave us that narration of how it came to be. Basically, it was almost two different parties before, which was the PDP.
That's correct.
And the APC.
That's correct.
Yes, and PDP now coming into one, it is now the reason we're having a senator and a governor from Eastern Urobo being from one part. Now, but yes, like you said, this is an opportunity to correct that very
anomaly.
Yes. Now let's look at it now. Do you have anybody in mind? Because I really want to.
Yes,
know.
Of course. That's
because we have notable names of the Urobo East extraction who are ready to also fill that gap. So let's understand. Yes. Have your committee or your group reach out to these persons to be a part of these forthcoming primaries? Have they reached out?
Yes. Let me tell you point blank. The people from Eastern Urobo, anybody from Eastern Urobo is entitled to contest this election. Okay. To go to the Senate. Anybody from Eastern Urobo. And to date, we have one major contestant outside or rather, let me just put it this way to you. Okay. What we need to do now as Urobo people, because we have lost out for 3 years of what we're supposed to have gained, we have lost out because of incompetence, lack of knowledge. He is not familiar with the terrain. You know, and like that oil and gas plant that I told you that were almost removed. It was being handled by local content committee, the Senate Committee on Local Content. They were under their supervision. And Senator Abdullah happened to be the deputy chairman of that committee. Yet he couldn't do anything. So what I'm trying to say now is that we need to have someone who is familiar with the workings of the Senate. We cannot afford for this time that we have lost 3 years, clear 3 years, getting nothing or close to nothing. We need someone who is already experienced at this critical time of our lives as Robo people to go in there, not going to learn the ropes again.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so you feel because of the lack of knowledge, that's why much was not achieved?
No, but see, some people are not patriotic. As far as I'm concerned, if Deltans was patriotic, it would have gone all the way to give us a bill on the creation of a state for Robo people. We call it Ethiopian state, right? So it's not patriotic. That's the truth.
Okay, let's leave that. But
in this case too, yes. Apart from that, we still need, because these things are still on the pipeline. So we need somebody who is very familiar with the terrain.
Okay.
So by the time he goes in there, he's not going to be learning, how do we normally come up with a bill? Or how do we pursue any bill that has been passed?
Yes.
No. We need that kind of person. So those who are from Eastern Robo should sit down and know that this is what we need right now at this critical time of our lives. You know, and that is the reason why we have zeroed in by begging on my begging, will be begging him for God knows what. All he's interested in is to be the governor of this state. So we told him, you know, as patrons of Robo, look, young man, we cannot afford to disrupt what has already been there on ground for years.
Okay.
Ibori came in, he spent 2 tenure. Nobody disrupted it from anywhere.
Okay.
Odwa came in, he spent 8 years. Nobody disrupted it. Okowa came, he spent 8 years. Nobody disrupted it. Why do we want to disrupt our own son, our own brother, our own friend? Let us allow this man to finish his 2nd tenure. Possibly we can prop him to do the needful for even development of our dear states, you know, without bias. So on the basis of that, when he saw that it was not just Dr. Omene's voice, it was the voice of the people across Delta Central, both professionals, non-professionals, politicians and non-politicians are becoming of calling on him. Doing paid adverts. This is not a gimmick, you know, and we were personally holding meetings with him. You can't do this. Allow that ambition to go. If you too think that you are patriotic as an Robo, let's have that unity. And finally, he accepted this day before yesterday. I think that was on the 22nd,
okay.
You know, and he published it, you know, he published it in response. So yesterday, 23rd, he came from Abuja, and we all gave him a rousing welcome at the Subi Airport, and all moved to his country, his ancestral home, which is Orogu. We were all there yesterday. It was a huge success. It was a family reunion. I can see that the people that were there are organic followers of truth, justice, and fair play, and integrity at the highest. Those are the people that were there yesterday. And we were very happy that he accepted it, not just by publishing it in the newspapers, but by openly declaring it to us yesterday, and ensuring that we will get our imprint once again.
Okay, now, Chief Wilson Omene, with what you've said now, that means the APC now is more like a united family, with him not pushing again to contest over the current governor, and rather listening to your voice or the voice of the people and going for the Senate. So would you say now that the APC, on that note, in Delta State, is one unified family?
Look, if the governor is going to be sincere, which I know he will,
yes,
he knows that he cannot come from Okpe and allow the Senate seat to equally go to the Okpes. He must know that we need unity in our land, we need inclusion in our lives, and that is what we call be your brother's keeper.
Yes.
He has been given so much authority now to conduct the primaries, all governors.
Okay.
They have been given the authority to conduct the primaries. And the primary is based on two systems. Either direct primaries, which is every member of the party will vote,
okay, or
consensus. So it is in his best interest as well, you know, if he needs the vote of the Delta Central people, then it is in his best interest to discuss as a leader of the party now,
okay,
to talk to those who ought not to come out. The interest of, not that is their right to, is their right to come out,
yes,
but not to come out for the interest of unity and progress of our people. You know, like me now, I have right to come out. Personally, we've never experienced it, but we are in a critical state. One doesn't realize that. Then it's not patriotic. We're in a critical stage whereby unity of these Yoruba people is paramount. So don't come up with your selfish idea as though I must go because my region has not gotten it, or because I am an incumbent. So I must still fight. If that man ever comes out to declare, then it's evil. I'm talking about Senator He's evil in the sense that he's evil in the sense that he ought not to think of it. He should think of his people. That he comes from an Okpe kingdom, the governor that all of us have agreed and you go back for the second tenure for genuine reason. Unless he feels that the governor should not go, he should be the one to go.
Okay. Now, Chief Wilson Omene, we also learned that the president, or rather your party, the APC, has given no automatic ticket to members of the House of Representatives and also that of the Red Chamber, the Senate.
Okay, let me tell you about House of Representatives.
Yes,
that's
why I was going to. Let's understand
we know that we equally need capable hands. Gone are those days when the political system used to be for neophytes. You know, just, now you go. What the party has even given you the ticket. You don't even need to go and campaign or talk to the electorate. Those days, you just sit down at home and start drinking beer with your friends at the corners of the street. But that's no longer what is going on. We are trying to look for those who are competent, who can do this job for us. Look, left to me, there's a man who is from Okpe, who represents Okpe, who is Sapele currently. He is the man who gave us all the backing for this state creation. You know, he gave us all the backing. You know, if such a person approach us, for example, we will work with him. We will work with him. But sadly, he has not shown any interest.
Okay. And
so we'll look forward to someone who probably will do more than him, or at least to maintain that standard that he has created. Yeah. Therefore, Ethiop West and Ethiop East, that's Ethiop Federal Constituency, we have someone who has just only been there when she was even less than 1.5 years, in spite of the persecution that she faced from our own party, PDP. You know, APC had to back her up. That's the daughter of His Excellency Bori, Right Honorable Eriatake Bori's twin. We should not be, okay, it's all right. Now, look at what the impact on both local governments in less than 2 years. And right now, it's about 3 years in office. Look at what is going on. Just look at it. Unless you are not familiar with the achievement, it's amazing. It's amazing. You know, I would say it's best imagined. The impact is massive.
Yeah.
So even the Ethiopian people are now saying, I better come back. You know? So that does not mean people are not there, but because of performance, she's been sought out by a lot of people from both Ethiopia West and Ethiopia East. Then you go to Ugeli North, Ugeli South, and Ugeli and Udu. These are people that are so enlightened in terms of politics. You know, there's one young man there. They call him Omene. Chief Omene. He has his own. He's just a standalone person in terms of quality of service to his people. You know, he's a standalone when it comes to the helping the people, even without position. These are the kind of people we should be looking forward to supporting or bringing in to deliver for Robo, not just your own small village, to deliver for Robo. Because now your village is part of Robo. So if there's something there, me who is in Ethiopia West, I will be happy that something nice is going on in Ugeli North, Ugeli South, and Udu. I will be happy that something is going on in Okbe Sapele. Am I not the one praising the Okbe Sapele representative now? And never hear him. The greater Robo State came up.
Okay, well, Chief Omene, because of time, we really have time.
Excellence.
Hello, Chief Omene. Because of time, we really have time. I really want you now to give us a rundown of how really prepared your organization is in the backing of some of these persons you've made mention on, for them to clinch it, and not only clinch the ticket during the primaries, but also for proper and superb representation when they finally get it. Go ahead.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what did you say?
Okay, yeah. Now, I said, okay, you've said all of these. Now, how really prepared is your organization or your body in supporting these people you've made mention of to win the primaries and go ahead to even perform superb when they finally get the ticket?
Yes. We as a people, we have come a long way to believing that quality of performance is needed, and we are working on that big time. And secondly, it depends. Is highly dependent too on the cooperation from the governor, who has been given the mantle of chief. So it's not be leading by thinking, some people I brought. If you have all the people based on this analysis and PDP people, go ahead. But if you have all these people that I've described and you have them in APC only, go ahead. It is that matters to all at this point in time. It is performance that matters to at this point in time. It's integrity that matters to all at this point in time. It is accountability that matters to all at this point in time. And transparency is key to all the qualities that we now want from our representative, not personal interest. No, we don't want to hear that. So the governor should be. I know he knows what I'm saying, and I strongly want to believe that he will do the needful by ensuring that we get the very best of the hands. If all of them will come from the old PDP, so be it. If we get all these qualities from them, or if they're going to be from the old APC, that is the Aborigines, so be it. Let's have quality representation for crying out loud. And I hope and pray that the governor will consider these functionalities and do the needful.
Well, thank you so much, Chief Wilson. I know how busy you are, but we needed to get your insight as it concerns this. And we're talking about superb representation, especially for Deltans, looking at the forthcoming
let me tell you something. Let me tell you, you can imagine, for example, the Senate, where someone like Omar Gigi, let's just face it, it's not because all of them are my friends. If you have someone like Omar Gigi, who just for today, this man rose to be deputy Senate president. You know the war that he went through to get to that position. It was not given to him on a platter of gold. These are hard thinkers, and they know their onions from the very beginning. So they can go and get they're goal-getters, simply put, and at this critical time that we're in a mess in Urobo, through bad representation from Senator Edet Afnone in the last 3 years. We need somebody like him now to fast-track our interest so that we don't really feel the impact of these losses. So we cannot afford, for example, to allow such people to come back, apart from, say, he comes from the same place with the governor, which is a very big minus for him. But apart from that, he's incompetent, completely incompetent. So Omar Gege is definitely will be our best bet.
Okay.
Because he knows the terrain. He has equally gone to forgo. He has taken a decision to forgo his ambition to be the governor for now. Okay. So, my brother.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Because we need to continue with the next program. But all the same, we really appreciate you. And just like Oliver Twist, we'll be coming to meet you more as the election progresses and the 2027 election. And not only that, but for what better representation that the people of this state truly need. Thank you so much, Chief Wilson Omene.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this. And I just hope those who are concerned, who can make this to happen, understand the need of what we've been discussing all morning. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll be here anytime. Anytime you need me, just give me a call. I'll be here.
Most certainly will do so. Thank you so much.
Because I want the best for my people.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Well, anyway.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us. And indeed, it's more like a wrap on the show today. We'll be talking about superb representation, especially as it concerns those representing Delta, especially at the center. And indeed, we've just had more politicking and indeed talk as it concerns where it should lie. But where it should lie is you telling us or what you feel about this very discourse. Let's get your views on our different social media platforms. Remember to send them, and I'll be more than happy to have your views. What should it be come the primaries in a couple of days' time? That's the big question. But the question we'll be more than happy to have to answer, especially as it concerns that very primaries I schedule for next month, just some few weeks from now. But for us, it's a quick bye-bye, but still remain with Atlantic TV because the news will come around the hour, and definitely all beautiful things still remains here on Viewpoint on Atlantic TV. Bye for now.